You and I are personally responsible for the corruption of our government. Look no further than yourself. We live in a time where our leaders are influenced by the lobbying efforts of large corporations. On the surface, this sounds like a bad thing, but I'm going to explain why this isn't necessarily so. So let me pose a question. If corporations are powerful enough to control our elected officials, how is it that corporations got so powerful in the first place? The answer is simple. We gave our money to these companies, and then they take that money and use it to lobby our elected officials. And so why do we complain that companies have so much power when we are the ones who gave them the power? We gave them the money. We like to complain about oil company profits, but we're the ones who gave them all that money. We're the ones who were unable to wean ourselves off of fossil fuels. Instead of doing the right thing, moving closer to our jobs, riding bikes, taking buses, riding trains, all of these things which are much more difficult than just buying gas, we opted instead to do the easy thing, which is to purchase fuel, give our money to the oil companies. That is why the oil companies made so much money. That is why the oil companies control government. It's because we allow them to. We vouched for them by giving them our money. If you really cared about government and you really wanted your vote to count, you would stop handing your money over to companies that don't do the right things. If you don't want the government to be controlled by big oil, stop giving your money to big oil. It's that simple. Yes, life will be more difficult. Yes, you'll have to make sacrifices. That is the point. If you truly believed that the democracy was worth it, you would make those sacrifices. So if you're upset about media companies, gas companies, all these big industries that control us, then stop vouching for them by handing them your paychecks the moment you get it. Stop taking out credit to hand money you don't have to companies that are not looking out for you so that they can control the government and make more profits for themselves. Instead, what you should be doing is finding companies whose values you believe in and give them your money instead. That way, they can lobby the government instead, and they will lobby in ways that represent you. That is how you vote. You vote with your dollars. This is a capitalist country, and dollars are votes. Just by picking between John McCain or Barack Obama or Ron Paul or whoever else, nothing is going to get done. Those people, regardless of their own points of view, are influenced heavily by lobbying. They got their money somehow and they now have obligations to uphold. If only the companies that funded them were companies we believed in. If only we had been giving our money to the right lobbying groups, to the right companies, then things might be different. So instead of arguing about which candidate should be elected, we should be arguing about which companies we choose to do business with. This has more of an effect than any vote you will ever place for any politician ever in any country in history, now and forever. Plain and simple. Boycott the companies that you don't like and give your money to the ones that represent your values. That is the key to a capitalist democracy. Understanding that will allow us to enact some real change.